Hello and welcome back. Thanks so much for waiting. How's your Mercury retrograde going? So I'll be honest, I've had 2 weeks where I haven't been able to get online, and honestly it has been quite tremendously healing in some ways. In other ways it has been very frustrating, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I recently just got a new computer, which has been amazing. However, it just wasn't working for the first 2 weeks. So it's taken a long time for me to try and get that back, to get it up and running. A lot of you would probably say, why don't you just send it back and get a new one? I'll be honest, I thought because I had already downloaded my things that I'd usually use on my other computers, it's always been absolutely fine. Yeah, software might be a little bit dated, but it still runs perfectly fine. Because I had already put my software on the new computer, I was worried that they probably wouldn't refund me. And yeah, I know it's a computer. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. Hello, welcome. So I have just written a tarot spread. So I've got a few oracle decks here as well. So today I'm going to do a bit of a more of a personal reading. So I'm going to leave this open. If you come across this video, this is for you. If not, then it's just going to be here for another time, or until it comes to you, basically. Fantastic. So let's jump on in. I'm going to just sit quietly for the moment because I was trying to understand how to do the intro to the video. So let's take a moment. Let's appreciate where we are right now. Thank you for the challenges. Thank you for everything that I am experiencing. I am enjoying this human experience. My patience has been tested, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to feel frustrated. All jokes aside, thank you so much for being here. So I'm gonna take a sip of water without crushing everything else on the desk. All right, and let's jump on in. So I've actually got a couple of oracle decks out. I'm just going to do a short reading for you today as well. And let's see what comes up. So firstly, I am drawn to the energy that you need to focus on. So let's pull a card. Which energy do we need to focus on, please? We have withdraw. We have withdraw. So you've got this beautiful little fox. Let me try and get that into the light. So you've got this beautiful little fox here, just curled up, appreciating, and again, it could be a sign for Mercury retrograde. Not to push that on you too much at this moment. That's obviously just happening at this time that I am filming. However, this is a time for you to just understand or maybe withdraw if there's any unnecessary dramas, if there's any quarrels, if there's a time for you to kind of heal at the moment, or have a hermit energy, then I'm definitely feeling this for you. Yeah, it's just a lot of rest and recuperation, really, kind of Four of Swords energy as well. So let's see if those cards come up today as well. Spirit is asking you to choose another card. All right, Spirit, what do you have? I see. It's got to be the right one. Thank you. Oh, we've got two. Okay, so other energies to focus on. We have surrender. So you've got withdraw and surrender. And also the creator. And honestly, I don't know if maybe you skipped the intro. From my experience at this moment of time, the withdrawing or not being able to get onto the internet for the last 2 weeks, we've got surrender. It's, surrender, like, okay, this is happening. Let's just not try to change it. Let's go with the flow and see where this new direction takes us. And then the creator. My ideas and understanding, so if you are going on any cleanses, if you're focused on between the 3D and the 5D at the moment, I'm just getting goosebumps as I'm saying that. If you focus on changing something of your life for the moment, so you're going through this withdrawal period, what serves me, what isn't serving me, and how can I jump into a new me or this idea of who I want to be. And you also have the creator card as well. So there's a lot of, yes, there's a lot of energy around surrender and withdrawal and healing and, you know, maybe coming away from something and focusing on what it is that you truly want. And whether that's you kind of being in the silence, quieting out the outside noise for you at the moment, you've also got this beautiful creator card as well. So I think there is a bit of change coming for you, or you are going through changes, and it is for the better. It might be a little bit boring. You might try to cleanse and strip back to the most simple form of you as possible, but I really believe that this is leaning into your creator side, and you know, you totally have that creative spark, that creative energy. And yes, people categorize, you know, whether you're academic, whether you're creative. I truly believe that everybody has creation in them. Whether you're creating something academic or creating something that is colorful, you know, with movement, if you're using your body for creation, interpretive dance, or, you know, just for an example, you are absolutely in that creative process as well. Beautiful, beautiful cards coming up. Yeah, just for the energy to kind of understand at this moment. Beautiful. Okay, to support that energy, please, could we have an animal spirit? Could we have an animal spirit to represent this moment, please? Let's change on the other side. Could we have an animal spirit to represent the focus, please? All right, let's adjust our shuffle. The new cards. Don't know if you can tell. Much better. All right. We have the red squirrel. Resourcefulness, vigilance, preparation, and busyness. So it's actually going exactly opposite to the cards that are just on the table. But the red squirrel is the animal's totem spirit for now. Okay. So I think that you are in the red squirrel energy at this moment. So, you know, if you are being resourceful or vigilant, a bit of a busybody, maybe you are preparing for some holidays or some birthdays, some events that's happening. It's a possibility you might be a little scattered or disorganized, or being as vigilant and trying to be as organized as possible, that you're kind of spreading yourself a bit thin, which is why I believe that the cards for the focus you have is withdraw, surrender, and the creator. So I'll show you those. Okay, so this is you in your current energy, the red squirrel. And this is the main focus and energy. All right, so let's delve into the tarot. So what I've done thank you. So what I've done already for the week ahead, we've got my focus. So that's going to be the first card. We're going to draw 4 cards. I cannot hold the deck that way. Whoa. There's too many, so I'm just going to see if any of those cards come up again. All right, thank you so much. So actually we have the first card for my focus and energy to embrace, which we have the Star in reverse. So the Star in reverse. Let's get some other cards going. And let's see what the rest of the spread. Next up we have the challenges. So challenges, we have the 5 of Pentacles. In the third position we have how to practice self-care. So in third position we have how to practice self-care. Queen of Wands, beautiful. And what is the support from my guides, please? Thank you. We have King of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So the Star. So we have the Star in my focus and energy to embrace. So the Star usually represents hopes and dreams and reaching for what it is that we truly want. Now, because this has come into the reverse, I believe that Spirit is asking more to focus on a materialistic kind of form in terms of what is going to be most stabilizing. Yes, you can invite your hopes and dreams, but try not to dwell on quitting everything and I'm going to follow my hopes and dreams as if it's going to come from nowhere, as you know, as if it's a miracle. Try not to delve too much into dreamland is what I'm understanding. And you absolutely have every right to work towards and inspire towards your hopes and dreams, but for this moment I feel that that should be something that is going to be part-time for you, not your full interest at this moment. I'm hearing to keep a balance as well. So if there is something that is feeling a little imbalanced right now, try to focus on how you can balance that better. So if it's, I don't know, going out and working, kind of work-life balance, if it's prioritizing family over business, if it's I don't know, maybe there's multiple people in your life, or maybe you feel a bit spread thin between visiting your friends or being with your partner. Maybe you're in a bit of a hermit mode at the moment. I'm hearing balance is key to your success, which it's very loud, so thank you. So balance is key to your success. Of course, still hope and dream, you know, that's never going to burn away. That is what ignites us and allows us to carry on, but it shouldn't be the main focus at this moment. Please understand that's just at this moment. Okay, so challenges. So challenges for this time is the 5 of Pentacles. Now let's just show you that. Now the 5 of Pentacles would represent kind of feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like you are missing out with something. And whether this is in a friendship group, whether this is within your family, whether this is maybe in work, however and where you spend your time, there's a feeling and sensation that you are feeling left out with something. I would like to dig in on how to overcome this. So I feel like Spirit is just letting you know that this might be the feeling of sensation, and it might not actually be the case. It might be, you know, it might be something that derives from somewhere. Let's pull a card to see how we can overcome our obstacle, please. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So we've got living in wonder. So always aspire to what it is that you truly want to grow. If you have this idea, again, it's still focusing on your dreams. So try not to feel left out in the cold. Yes, focus on your dreams in the background, but don't put your wholehearted soul at this moment into your hopes and dreams. But still have that inspiration, that dream-like wonder, that something that is encouraging you, and it's, allowing you to think big, allowing you to think and contribute to the bigger picture. So that's whether you're building every step, every baby step contributes towards something. You start with a Lego set and you have one Lego brick, and then you're building, I don't know, something in Star Wars or whatever that could be. Maybe Hogwarts you're building with your Lego set, So it all starts with something. So please have this in the background, and this is how you can overcome feeling like you're left out. So maybe you're feeling a bit too dependent on somebody at the moment, and maybe they can't give you that time of day at this time. So definitely have your own focus and what it is that really inspires you at this moment. For how to practice self-care, so again, we're going into the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Wands, how to practice self-care. Now the Queen of Wands for me represents someone who is a very charming, very charismatic, quite sexy as well, like very attractive. And how you can practice self-care is just doing what it is that you want to do. So how do you appreciate, how do you enjoy life? How do you treat yourself? Definitely invite that energy in, whether that is self-care, whether, in literal terms, maybe you're doing skincare routine, maybe you enjoy having a hot bath, watching some Netflix with a glass of wine, maybe you enjoy going for a round of golf, you'd be with friends. Definitely take that time for self-care, and this is also going to help prevent you from being in the Five of Pentacles energy. And the support from your guides, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Do not be too rigid with the routine that you have created for yourself. You are allowed to live life. You are human. This is why we are here. Experience everything. So try not to be too rigid. Allow yourself to enjoy the small things. Allow yourself to enjoy, your self-care routine. Allow yourself to enjoy celebrating. Don't put yourself out or cause yourself to put yourself in a situation of the Five of Pentacles. I went really long way around that, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So yes, that is the tarot reading. I definitely have another message for you. So let's pull another oracle card. And this oracle is just going to give you a rough idea of what the tarot spread has given us today. And if there's any other message that we need to focus on, thank you so much. And we've actually got, sorry, just because Spirit has highlighted this to me, loosen your grip. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's try and get this to focus. Not focusing. Okay, so we have loosen your grip. Okay, I'm going to read this out to you. So coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. So are you feeling a bit isolated at the moment? Is there something that you are searching for? All right, let's get to the message. Okay, so let's get to the message. So we have, I'm going to try and scoot a little bit closer for this one, okay, and I'll just hold this up for you. Let's see if loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, just try and zoom into that one, okay. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. We're cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day, with the coming and the going of the tides and the seasons. If you're clinging to anything, I love how accurate tarot is. Sorry. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing. The things we cling to are often cover up. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the parts we are most afraid of to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us or clinging to it for fear that it's not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms, to leave space for grace and God to enter, whoever your God may be. To surrender that feels dense to the divine. Loosen your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay. But you can be sure that what is for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering the grace of life. And I definitely think that this is where your creation is going to come into it. Damn, look how accurate this is. You can't make this up. No, honestly, at the beginning of the reading, you did have these two cards, surrender and withdraw, and also the creator. So the fact that along with the tarot, to loosen your grip, don't be so meticulous, or, try not to, I can't remember the word I used, sorry. But try to allow yourself to have the space. And if you are going through a cleanse, if you are feeling called to do something, act upon it. You're only going to come across it later in life otherwise. It's going to be this little niggling feeling like, I should have done this, or something's going to cause you, the tower moment, shall we say. Something's going to happen and cause you to go through that little niggle that was already playing on your mind years ago. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being with me, and I hope this helps you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.